how we really work in the classroom.
All right, I'm here today with Loretta and Kelly, and we're going to talk a little bit more about conscious discipline. Ladies, can you tell the audience how you incorporate conscious discipline strategies in your classroom as a whole?
We start the morning with I love you rituals from their greetings when they first come in, and then that follows into their morning circle routine where we sing each child in with their partner and they do a greeting with their partner.
Can you give me an example of an I love you ritual?
Sure. When we first greet them, we do their quick health check that everyone does, and then we will ask them, would you like a high five, a handshake, or a hug? And they have the choice of how they would like to be greeted that morning.
Great.
And then in circle time, they are sung in with a partner, and then they greet that partner with a handshake and a high five.
Excellent. What other strategies have you incorporated into the classroom?
We do a lot of breathing with our children and teaching them that it's okay to have the feelings that they have. It's not always something that if they feel like they're angry, they don't need to express it in a hurtful way, but they can express it in a helpful way to let others know that they are angry. So we ask them a lot of times to move to the back of the room where our safe place is so that they can express their anger and work through it themselves without having the emotional distraction for the other children. We ask them to smile and take a deep breath. We also have an I Can Calm board for those that are struggling, where they look at the board and it has a mirror on it, and they can look at their face and they can say, oh, my face is looking like this and my eyebrows are down and I want them to be up. And sometimes they can choose to just stay upset and know that it's okay.
Is the icon board in your safe place?
It is.
Okay. And what does your safe place look like?
We have the wooden cube that has 3 circles cut, 1 in the front and 2 on each side, so that we have complete and total visual of them at all times. We have a basket in there with our calming pillows that will help them breathe. We have a mat to where they can choose. We have a few different sensory things that they can, if they need to squeeze and get the aggression out, they can squeeze the ball. They can get different textures if they need to feel things. They can hug things. They can shake certain bottles. And we have the roll of the dice cubes that have the conscious discipline breathing techniques on it. If they're not sure which one they want to do, or they just don't know which one to do, they can roll that and it will help them pick one for them. And we also have the I Can Calm board, and we have a few family pictures in there because sometimes our kids are just sad because they miss mom or dad, and they can go in there and look at that picture of them with their parent, and then they can look into the I Can Calm board and breathe and look at their face and decide how they want to change their day.
How have you noticed conscious discipline has changed how you react to individual situations with your students?
The conscious discipline has helped us change our focus from more of a positive to a negative. It changes our intent and focusing more of what we want of instead of the negative of stop doing this, stop doing that. It's, oh, I noticed you did this, which then changes what we are looking for so that we tend to notice more of what we want.
So it totally changes your perspective as well in the classroom.
Right.
Is there anything else that you can think of that might benefit our newer teachers in incorporating conscious discipline?
They have to remember to breathe too.
Excellent advice.
That's the first step, is absolutely, you have to breathe first, and then you can think, okay, how am I going to handle this?
Excellent.
My main thing that I take away from conscious discipline is the words of safety. Letting that child know that they are safe and they are okay to feel the way that they feel, and that no matter what they do, it's not going to be wrong. You are going to keep them safe. We get a lot of trauma-induced children in our facility, and just letting that child know that he's safe is amazing at the changes that you can get.
Right.
We had a little boy this year that had a very hard time coming into our room, and every day would have a 1 to 2 hour meltdown where he would throw chairs and tables and anything he needed to do to get the attention that he thought he needed. So the whole time I would remain constant with him and tell him that he was safe. It is okay to feel that way. If you need something to punch, let me help you.
You know,
and now he doesn't have them.
And that's so interesting to me too, because from a coaching perspective, I've noticed that that whole idea reinforces that trust, and it takes so much time to build trust between you and your students. And well, not for all, but for some of our children that struggle with preschool, they really struggle with the trust first. But once that trust and acceptance is developed in between the teacher and the student, they take right off, and then you start seeing them respond. So it kind of, it all looks the same.
I would say don't give up quickly.
Yeah.
Conscious discipline is very easy to say,
Yeah.
I can't do this, it's too hard.
Right.
From a teacher standpoint, it took me many years to be able to realize I'm seeing results now, and that I am doing this correctly. It wasn't just all of the way I was reacting. It takes both sides. So it's not going to work on your first day of school. It's not going to work on your third day of school.
Yeah, it's not a quick fix
until the very end, but in the end, you will get the results that
Excellent. You need. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. That was very helpful advice. We appreciate it. All right. Thanks.